Checking back to our configuration status, we see that we are at 32% configured, and there are still a few other tasks that need to be completed inside of the system, like configuring custom dashboards, enabling our machine learning engine, configuring mapping, etc. As part of configuration for the initial setup of the Scrutinizer system, I've already configured my first few exporters to be sending data to the system, but I want to start getting alerts and data out of the system when specific traffic patterns are met. This is done in a few different ways, like flow analytics or report thresholds. The next step for the initial configuration is going to be defining which exporters are part of which security group. Security groups are used by Flow Analytics to automatically add specific types of exporters to the specific algorithms that the data would be useful from. For instance, we'd want to use edge devices when triggering things like DDoS alarms. We'd also not want to use our edge devices to trigger things like scanning algorithms. So what we can do is use our security groups to define which exporters should be allocated to certain groups or security groups inside of the system. So I'll go to the admin menu. I'm going to go under Alarm Monitor, Security Group. Scrutinizer has a few built-in security groups where you can automatically define which exporters should be used for which algorithms. As you can see in this table, we don't have any exporters added to each of these groups yet, but we do have certain algorithms are added for core devices, edge devices, and defender probes. So what I'm going to do to automatically add all of the core devices to the 39 algorithms that are specific to core type devices, I would then want to edit the core exporters. I want to go under active exporters, and then I want to add in all of the devices that are considered to be core. So I'll go through this checklist. I'm going to go through and I'm going to select each one of the devices that I know to be core devices and click add. Now you'll see I now have 4 devices that are part of the core exporter group, and they are automatically added to the 39 algorithms specific for that group. I'll do the same thing for my edge devices. I'm going to add just the ones that I know to be on the edge. Oh, not that one. And now they are added. What we can do, we can also view from the edge exporters. You can also see under the algorithm section that these are all of the algorithms built into Scrutinizer by default that want to view the traffic or use the traffic being sent by your edge devices. The next configuration that I want to set is going to be SNMP polling of my exporters. If I view the exporters from the Explore tab, you'll see I have all of the different exporters currently sending data to the system. And you'll notice that they're all IP addresses. This is because I have yet to configure Scrutinizer to poll these devices using SNMP to pull in information about host names, interface names, interface descriptions, and interface speeds. Under the admin menu, I'm going to do a search for SNMP, and this will show me all of the different configuration pages that are specific to SNMP. I'm going to choose SNMP credentials. By default, there is a default SNMP credential. This one is not going to be used. I'm going to add a new one. We're going to call this Plixer SNMP. The description is going to be default Plixer SNMP string. I'm going to choose the credential type as SNMP v2c, the community string. Then I'm going to use the defaults for the rest of the configurations and click Save. Once you've configured your SNMP string, this will give you the option to set all of your exporters into a Discover mode. Discover mode is when Scrutinizer will try all of the different defined SNMP credentials you have in the system against all of your exporters until it finds one that gets a response. This is an easy way for you to come into this page, enable 5, 6, 7 different SNMP credentials that all of your exporters would use. We would use the yes option to set all exporters to discover mode, and then Scrutinizer will try each one until it finds the correct credential for each of your exporters. In this case, I'm going to select yes. We'll click save. Oh, we've already saved, so we will close that page. And now the next time Scrutinizer does its scheduled task of polling SNMP, it will try this credential against all exporters, and then we will see the usage section update.